The Raiders are the least scored on team in the league, and they'll be up against the Ravens offense that will need to rise to the occasion. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and our home team. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
This is fielded at the goal line. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. On first down, Carr dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Throwing on first down is Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Carr going to throw. Walford's got it. Complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Carr again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw his Carr. Caught the tight end Walford. That one good for 7 that time. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. The play clock's running down.
Delay game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still second down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Following the penalty, Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. they're going to go for 2.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Now Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 19. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it.
Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Navarro Bowman in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bryant. Justin Ellis. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line. And after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And touchdown. Cordell Patterson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Carr. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He was looking for Daniels that time, and now it's third down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done.
And the Raiders have got him. Aldon Smith in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Carr now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A run here with Lynch. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Carr. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd down, Lynch. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll run with Lynch. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Bryant, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And down he'll go at the 25. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Good move at the 30. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Ravens just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10. Carr's got the completion here, and he'll end up at the 35-yard line before being tackled. Raiders still on the field. Lynch is going to stay between the tackles, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. As they jump out in front, 6-0. Dixon's back to punt it away. Patterson's back for the punt, and he's gone as he sprints into the end zone. Lead now at 14. Midway through the 2nd quarter. Carr is going to find his mark, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 13-yard line. Sticking with the same drive. On the carry, beast mode is back. It's Marshawn Lynch. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the 2nd half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Off the play fake. Bryant under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go. Brand 38.
3rd and long. Bryant, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On second down, here's Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. C.J. Mosley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. Now Carr. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Off play action. Bryant, he's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. It doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Carr now on first down. And incomplete. Probably should have had that one. But with the game he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Space to run past the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Gives to Marshawn. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw on second down. Carr feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To throw, it's Carr. The quick slant cut. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raiders touchdown. Jared Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw on 2nd down. Bryant had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. Bryant. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Right there around the 35-yard line.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. This is taken at the 23. And now running right through it. And he's loose again. And all the way in for the touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 77 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll.
Brandon, his 2nd punt return for a touchdown in this game. Where's Marvin? That's got to be somewhere near a record, right?
Well, it ties the record, as you know. Been done 14 times coming into 2016. Hasn't been done since 2012 until that moment. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it up the middle. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, they told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. To throw again. Bryant, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Bryant, and now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken on the 25. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that one results in 35 yards. Carr now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Play clock winding down. They'll try and run it up the middle. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Bryant. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw on second down. Bryant. And his throw here's incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Carr going to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he will have the 1st down, but hold everything. A flag is down. This one might not stand. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right at the line of scrimmage. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, Bryant toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bryant. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Bryant, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And some space here. There he goes left side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they're going to go for 2.
694. Down. Ready? Down. 734. You got 734.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on 2nd down.
Let's go. Man 38. Man 38.
Operating from the gun. Bryant. And that is incomplete here.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Now a desperation throw, deep down, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that
ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here's Carr to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
She left scales way behind. But he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the home team here, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.